Hello everybody, this is CheechBurrito here, and welcome back to CheechBurrito's VFX tutorials. In today's tutorial, this is going to be a part 2 from our previous episode of the Malbolge trench tikis. I'm going to go over how to make the second Malbolge tiki, and if you haven't watched the previous video on how to make the other Malbolge tiki with the pointed arrow on the top of his head, make sure to check that out. With that being said, let's hop right into this tutorial. I currently have the original model imported into this scene here. So click Shift A, go to Mesh, and we're going to go to Cylinder. Make it tall, just like this. Go into Edit Mode. Click this top face here. And then we are going to want to bevel this. And then you can mess around with the segments if you want to. Add more or less segments, whatever you desire. I'm going to keep it about right here, trying to match this model. Next up, we want to select the bottom face, and we're going to also bevel this just a little bit, not too much. Next up, we're going to add a lattice to this object, which, if you don't know what a lattice is, it's basically a grid system that you put around your model, and you could edit the grid system to deform the object. Let me show you. Do Shift A, type in lattice, and here's your lattice. Now, outline it around your object. It's kind of like a force field. Once you get it around your object nicely, go to the data for this lattice tool, and then start adding the grid systems here. Mess around with the U, the V, and the W so that you can see all your grids here. Click on your object, go to modifiers, add modifier, and then search up lattice. Once you do that, click the eyedropper, then click on the lattice. Then you should be ready to go. Go to edit mode, select some of the edges, and as you can see, when you move them, it deforms the object with it. We want this tiki to look a little rough. He's not in a complete straight line. He's a little curved and deformed. Now that we're done with that, you could change the visibility and hide it, which is what I would prefer to do. Check out the tiki, make sure you're happy with the way you deformed him, and if not, keep tweaking around with it. Next, we're just going to add the wood texture to him. Go to the shader editor, click new, and then if you've watched these tutorials, this process should seem very familiar. Image texture. Open up your files and then get your tiki wood texture. I would suggest just looking online for any kind of wood texture that would be fitting for your model. Add in your wood, and there we go. Now we got the wood on him. Now we're going to make the red nose on him. So go to mesh and then get a cylinder. And with this, we're going to have to do some sculpting. Size it down, put it on your tiki, and once it's on there, we're going to start sculpting it. Go to sculpt mode. Look at the tools. For example, we could use the grab tool. Drag this around. But honestly, just find whatever tool works for you until you get something that you're satisfied with. There's no rules with this. This is kind of just do whatever works for you. Once you got your nose kind of sculpted there, what I'd recommend to do is shade smooth it if it's a little jagged. But personal choice, up to you. Got the first part of the nose done. Now we got to add these kind of nostrils on him. Once again, we're going to have another cylinder, and then just try to put it in the general location. Go back to sculpt mode, just kind of deform your object, mess around with the tools. Click Shift D to duplicate this, and then just add it on the other side. Little announcement for you guys, there's no product promotion on this video today, but I am cooking something up right now, and it will be on the CheechBurrito store. Here's a little hint for you guys. We got the nose done here, and now let's add a red wood texture to it. Just individually click on all the separate parts of the nose, drag out this base color, search up image texture, and we're just going to add a red wood texture that you can find online. Just search up red wood texture and you should be set to go. Open up that file, click on that red wood texture, and there we go. Now just do the same thing with the rest of them. Now that we have the red wood on, I'm going to change the roughness of the tiki. I could tell he's a little shiny, and that's kind of bothering me because he's not supposed to be. So just go to the material tool, increase that roughness all the way. Do the same thing with the nose here too. You could tell that where his eyes are, this part of his face is kind of caved in, which we need to be doing that. So we're going to sculpt him down, cave this in so we can start putting in his eyes, and we're going to also have to cave in his mouth. So select your Tiki, go to sculpt mode again. We're going to do this once again. If you notice that your brush tool is stretched kind of like an oval, you don't want that. So click on your object, do Control A, then click Scale. Once we go back to our brush tool, it's a circle now, which you definitely don't want it to be stretched out like an oval because you can't get those precise details that you want. Okay, looks like I got the eyes caved in pretty nicely, looking pretty similar to the original model. And now we're going to need to cave in the mouth. Going to use that crease tool and just crease it down. And with his mouth, kind of goes out to the side a little bit here, and then it goes straight down. Looks like we got the mouth pretty much done here. Now we got to do the final step of painting him. With this one, the painting's a little more elaborate, as you could tell. Polynesian designs on him. He's got creases in his face, blue outline around his mouth. Go to texture paint mode and just start painting him away. You can paint him however you want, to be honest, but if you want it to be the authentic Malbolge Tiki, then follow these steps. Go ahead and paint the inside of his mouth black. We got the mouth painted black now. We must add the blue outline to him. Light blue cyan color. We got the blue outline around him. Now let's focus on the eyes. We gotta outline his eyes with white paint. Kind of make it look like sun rays. Once you've added his lovely, warm, welcoming eyes, we are going to start adding the black outlines around him. Alright guys, I just added all the wrinkles to him, and as you can see, it is starting to come along. It doesn't look exactly like the original one from all my videos, but each and every one that you guys make out there is going to look just a little bit different, and that's just how it is. Next up, we got these little Polynesian type designs that wrap around him, so let's start painting these. We're going to be making like little arrows and then big arrows, little arrow. Get an orange color and start making these wave kind of like designs. And then we're going to do that 2 more times. Finally, when you're done with this design, we want to add like these hash marks, it looks like. And there we have it, guys, your very own Malbolge Trench Tiki. If you just take some time with this, you could definitely get something that you're satisfied with. Make sure to watch Malbolge Trench if you haven't already. Let me know, guys, what are you going to be using these Malbolge Trench Tikis for that you modeled up? If you would like to submit anything that you made from these tutorials, join the CheechBurrito Discord link down below. I would love to feature your guys' creations in a future fan art video sometime, so make sure to send them to me on my Discord server. What other tutorials would you like to see from me? What would you like to know on how I make my videos? And what other VFX effects would you like to learn for your future videos? Thank you everyone for your support on the channel. I really appreciate it. And remember guys, if you ain't rad, you ain't bad.